Hello and welcome to the Audio Dad Chronicles. I'm Shale, and today we're going to take a dive into the world that is Ren with his band The Big Push and their cover of Depeche Mode's Personal Jesus. So because Ren isn't working hard enough making his Vince's Tales series and a bunch of other music and planning Slaughterhouse release and working with other artists like the Skinner Brothers and Prof and Webby and who knows who else, he also has a side project / band, busking band called The Big Push. And they're back with another cover. This one will be Depeche Mode's Personal Jesus. A big fan of that song, love the original. And it is a notable cover in that a lot of other artists have covered it in the past. So I'm very curious to see how they do this particular interpretation, being that they are primarily a pop rock type of a vibe, and they always play on the streets in a busking style. Some other artists of note that have covered the song over the years would include Marilyn Manson, Placebo, Def Leppard, Tori Amos, Nina Hagen, Iggy Pop, and my personal favorite, Johnny Cash. If you haven't heard that version, strongly recommend it. It is amazing. But speaking of amazing, I have a feeling that this is going to be, because everything Ren touches is gold. And the lineup with The Big Push is frankly amazing. The artists in this band are all killer musicians on their own right. The person that we're seeing right here in the preview image, Roman, he's a killer guitar player on his own. They're all fantastic, and I highly recommend checking out their individual works and everything else that they've done in addition to their work with The Big Push and Ren. So anyways, let's get right into this one because I am dying to hear this. So let's light her up.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go to church now.
Ah, you taking us to church?
I'm not invited to the wedding,
Ha!
I'm not saying we're going in.
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Definitely.
Can't imagine getting a chance to see these guys perform on a street.
Reach out and touch faith. Your own personal Jesus. Someone to hear your prayers, someone to kiss. Your own personal Jesus. Someone to hear your prayers, someone is there. Feeling unknown and you're all alone. Flesh and bone by the telephone. Peekaboo receiver, I make you a believer. Takes a
Killing it so far. Like this. This is great. They've just got the bounce going on it. So many ways you could interpret this song and that riff, and it could be down and dark and dirty. It could have a good bounce to it, and that's where they're going. They're just keeping it fun. This is really, really cool. Loving this so far. Great interplay between the guys in the band. They just look like they're always having so much fun. It's great to see them out there working, and yeah, I would do anything to see this. To see these guys in person, rocking it out, just on the street, just having some fun right in front of you. Man, what an experience.
put me to the test. The things on the chest you wanna confess. Oh, I will deliver, you know I'm a believer. Reach out and touch faith. Reach out and touch faith. Your own personal Jesus. Someone to hear your prayers, someone to care. Your own personal Jesus. Someone to hear your prayers, someone is there. Feeling.
Quick little stop. Hope it's a quick little stop. Band is looking sharp as always, and I did happen to catch that Ren is pimping just a little bit of his sick boy gear. For those that don't know, Ren, the guy on the far right there in the background, playing guitar, as if you don't know who he is and you're watching this. He's got a clothing brand in addition to his music, in addition to his side projects and everything else. Sick Boy Clothing. So Ren makes music, Ren makes merch. You check out those links. Great stuff over there. We're big fans of Ren here. We've got several versions of several of his albums on vinyl, cassette, CD, you name it. My wife, she's got what they call the uniform. It's some of the clothing from Sick Boy. We're big fans there. Yeah, really great stuff. This is really, really cool. And I hope you all can see me okay. I had a little bit of a technical issue right before I started this. My light died on me. I've been doing some things over on Patreon to raise some money to upgrade my equipment. I recently got a new camera, and my next move was supposed to be buying headphones, but right when I sat down to film this video, I turned on my light, and it decided not to turn on. So hopefully you can see me okay. I don't think it's too dark in here. I've got the lights turned on as best as I can. But yeah, over on Patreon, like I was saying, we've got a bunch of things going on over there where we do deconstruction videos and all kinds of early access to videos and behind the scenes things and extended releases and ad free and all that, all kinds of stuff going over there. I would really encourage and appreciate it all if you check things out over there. Get signed up for free at the very least. We got a bunch of Ren stuff over there and more. And also, I have a Buy Me a Coffee page for those that are interested. It's been catching on, and been getting a lot of great feedback and responses from that. We offer the opportunity to sponsor reaction videos, sponsor deconstructions, and with all that money going right back in the channel. So like I said, it's going to be replacing my lights, apparently, whereas I was hoping to get some new headphones soon. They might just have to wait a little bit longer. We'll see how all that plays out. But anyways, enough of all that nonsense. Let's back this up a little bit because I'm really grooving to this, and I want to get back in the zone. So let's go.
Take second best, put me to the test. The things on your chest, you wanna confess. Oh, I will deliver, you know I'm a believer. Reach out and touch faith. Reach out and touch faith. Your own personal Jesus. Someone to hear your prayers, someone to care. Your own personal Jesus. Someone to hear your prayers, someone is there. Feeling unknown and you're all alone. Flesh and bone by the telephone. Pick up the receiver, I make you a believer. Take second best, put me to the test. The things on your chest, you wanna confess. Oh, I will deliver, you know I'm a forgiver. Reach out and touch faith.
Just appreciating all the gear they got going on there. Being a former roadie, my eyes have a tendency to wander into the equipment that the bands are using. And on bass, it's a Fender PJ, as they call it, a precision jazz hybrid. I know Roman's playing his Epiphone Sheridan too, like he always does. And Ren has a tendency to change it up a bit, but he's rocking a Tele this time around again, with a significant upgrade on the pedal board from the last time I saw him using gear in a live-ish context. That would be specifically one of Ren's solo works, Starry Nights. And I got to throw out to that because Ren, being the awesome guy that he is, and he's trying to promote his Vincent's Tale in the latest chapter, as of this filming anyways. The latest chapter, Starry Night, is an amazing, amazing piece of work and an absolute beautiful piece of living art. There really is no other way to put it. You just have to see that video. And Ren, normally being an up-and-coming, high-rise artist that he has become, he's noticed a significant drop in his traffic on Starry Night relative to what he's accustomed to seeing, and really starting to feel that the YouTube algorithms aren't favoring him, and there's all kinds of shadow ban type things going on. And I gotta say, I'm kind of inclined to agree with him, knowing the kind of traffic he gets for the videos he makes. And he releases something new and normally would appear in your feed, and it's not appearing in my feed or on a whole bunch of other people's. And yeah, YouTube's doing funny things as of late and really going out of their way to squelch independent music like him. They're always supporting the big labels and the big names, and it's not always the right thing. It's not always necessary. And so we're always here to lift up and prop up artists like Ren and his Starry Night video. And the Renegades, that's the Reniverse, the fans and the fan clubs of Ren online and the different Facebook groups, they all really rallied together and they lifted Ren up and they started watching his video, and we got him back in the algorithm, back in the forefront of the YouTube system. And noticed a significant spike in the rise of his video and more of his videos, and even extended downhill because, as Ren put it, a rising tide lifts all ships. And I dare say, even my own reaction video for Starry Night did significantly worse in terms of average viewership relative to some things I normally get, until along came the Renegades, until along came the Ren fan club, and they were pumping his video and promoting his video and sharing his video and talking about it, and other reactors are talking about it, and we're talking about each other, and suddenly things became back to normal again. And that's the power of the people right there. That's the power of independent music, and good people just putting on a good show, which is exactly what the big push is doing here. So let's back this up again and let them continue to entertain us.
Takes a compass, put me to the test. The things on your chest.
Ren making some noises.
Oh, I will deliver, I'm a forgiver. Reach out and touch faith.
Spotted a Soul Boy shirt front row there, right there. Dead center, Seaton. That's awesome. Skinner Brothers, Soul Boy. It's another artist from the area that UK in general. I forget exactly where he's from. Another independent artist kicking ass and taking names and doing really, really good stuff. And he's got an EP collaborated with Ren, which is amazing. I've reacted to every song on it. Love the whole thing. Really good stuff. I highly recommend you check out the Skinner Brothers too while you're at it. Mad props for that shirt.
Reach out and touch faith.
Got a little wah action going here. Such a good guitar player.
trying to touch faith.
Wow. That was killer. What a performance. Don't know what else they played that night or day, but that if that was the only thing they did, it was worth the time and effort to set that all up just to put on a show for that crowd. That was incredible. Wow. Really glad I checked that out. Really glad you all came along with me to do this. That was a lot of fun. I bet that was a great show for the crowd. Super cool. Can't wait to see what comes next from Ren, from The Big Push, from Roman, from all their projects, from the Skinner Brothers. I'm sure there's more to come from all of them. They're very hard-working, prolific people, and they seem like great people all around as well. Very cool. All right, let's wrap this one up. Thanks a lot for coming along on the ride on this one, y'all. Hope to see you again.